I was just talking a few weeks ago about how the rain hasn't been as bad over here, but it seems that the weather we've had the last few days and the last week has changed circumstances. I was just thinking that I am so grateful that there is no snow, blowing torrential rain, and no crazy Arctic blasts. And then I pulled up into the airport yard and got a treat. I was just talking a few weeks ago about how the rain hasn't been as bad over here, but it seems that the weather we've had the last few days and the last week has changed circumstances. And even though I have straw in front of those colonies over there, it's not sufficient at this point to prevent the bees from landing in the puddles. So I've got to come up with a solution. I have some cardboard and some other things that I could throw down there, but it's not really going to be a great fix. I'm hoping that it dries out rather quickly. But I'm going to go through these and I'm going to take down the numbers on the front of each colony so I know which queen lines are surviving and make plans for grafting and splitting, and also pick up the rest of these boxes that I left here from the last run of equipment I pulled out of this yard and go from there. My son already got one stuck in his cowlick today and got popped on his scalp. At least we know he's not allergic so far. He thinks he's been stung before, but I doubt the story he gave about it. But we know for sure because I pulled the stinger out this time. So I'm just going to walk through here in front of these colonies and check and see how bad the bee death is going to be in the puddles. Right now it doesn't look awful, but the water is still pretty cold. Not exactly something you want them doing is landing in the water. All looks pretty good. Looks like the colony there with the brown brood box number 39 is also the colony that I've been posting about that washed 5% in August last year. Looking pretty strong, fairly decent. I'm very curious about what the first mite wash will look like. We'll have to record that because if they survive and they show resilience, it's going to be a tough story to believe. But I'm pretty excited about that colony, really. Just look at all those bees. Still plenty of honey. 8 frames worth, I'd say. A couple of small hive beetles. One less small hive beetle. Not sure if that counts as a treatment when you squish them with your finger, but I just treated it, so. Not a lot of bees up here up top. But they are definitely up here getting food stores. I imagine there are quite a few down in the bottom brood box because there's quite a bit of activity down there. Pretty sweet. Kick the hay or the straw up underneath the boxes and give them more surface area to land on instead of landing in cold puddles. Best I could do right now, considering the circumstances and that I don't have any straw. So it sure smells nice. This one's gonna be fun, so I'm gonna turn the camera off for that. Last stop of the day. I'm gonna check these feral house bees. wild bees, whatever you want to call them. They've been here for quite a while. You can check the links up top. I linked the previous videos. We've been monitoring this colony throughout the winter months from last season, and I've caught quite a few swarms from them. So we're going to take a look and see if they're still up here in the eave, the soffit of the house. What do you think? Are they still there? Let's see. I see some flight activity. Not a whole lot of busyness going on. They're in the shade, not a lot of sun. It's about 48, 49 degrees. But there are bees coming and going. So we'll keep an eye on it. And then we'll check back in when season kicks back up and start trapping off of them again.